I have all the evidence and my STBXW still has the audacity to deny everything. Part 3. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. So I called her. We talked for an hour, it's all recorded so I can refer to it later. My goal was to keep her on for as long as possible, understand where her mental state is right now, possibly get to know her location, and to escalate things to a better state that gives her a clearer perspective. She hung up multiple times, saying goodbye. Mentioned that she didn't fuck him multiple times, and she didn't fuck anyone or kiss anyone since we've been together. Things didn't seem to be improving, and I had serious concerns about her well-being, without being able to tell where she was. So I had to find a compromise to de-escalate things. I've asked her if she could give us both a week so that we could calm down, and then talk again, face to face. She said her heart couldn't take it. She couldn't take it. We went round and round for a bit more. Her tone changed eventually, became aggressive, when she once again said that her friend told her I had proof of her fucking, and why would I need a week when she had already told me everything in the email. At the end of the call, I think I've managed to tone things down. But now I'm left with the issue of, what happens when we meet face to face? I know I don't want to reconcile. I know meeting face to face is unlikely to change things given how little she cared about me this whole time, and kept blaming it on her stress, and kept diminishing her actions. I think I might arrange for a mediated meeting, not with my lawyer because he's made clear that's not his role, but with a therapist, maybe? However long that session might be. I'm not sure if that's possible. And that's where we will go through the facts. Also, not sure if a therapist can do that given that their role is to heal, etc. But someone else will need to be there. Even if it's her friend, so that she feels more secure, versus a friend of mine. If that's how we do it, I will record everything. I need to find something better than the iPhone though. I just can't let a week pass to tell her again that we won't talk face to face. That's just gonna get her off the rails again. I'm hoping that she'll have time to gather her thoughts, and come through completely. But at the same time, I don't think she'll admit to anything that can't be proved. At which point, I might ask her to take a polygraph. Edit, my friend told me their interaction of only if you're going to sleep and not cause any trouble kinda means that he had been in trouble before. However, according to her recount, the night before when he actually went for the book, he only stayed for 5 minutes and they only hugged. Also, her description of the night when she sent that message is that he went there, sat on the bed, they talked for half an hour and he went away. These two things cannot exist in the same truth. Not a chance. Yes, I do know that this is beyond needing the full truth on my side, but I fear that if I don't, she won't snap out of the illusion that what she did is not so bad and that can be forgiven because I'm her whole life. Update 5, called V. She admitted someone knocked at the door. I asked why she let them in, she said she didn't let them in. I asked if that person didn't go in the room, and she eventually said yes, but that she didn't let them in. Eventually she said that the person went in and out. I asked how long they would stay. She started accusing me of disturbing her during her vacation. I couldn't get too far beyond realizing she's covering for my wife, and someone did go in. At one point she said that she's not responsible for what they did in the room. And then she said nothing happened. She eventually tried to excuse herself saying that she didn't understand my English word, and this was about a room break-in. I asked my wife about a detailed recount of the events. If she cares about me trusting her, she sends me something even less detailed than the initial email, with just the same broad details, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, V opens the door, book stuff, etc. Eventually she called, admitted to flirting with K at one of the first work events she went to, a month or so ago. She admitted to flirting with K when we all went out. This was after I confronted her with all the facts. That there's no way she would just invite this guy to her room with no other thoughts or intentions unless she had something prior going on. She keeps insisting on room 3, but can't explain why V let K in. She now admits that she was also with him during sauna time, and that she previously lied about that too. I'm starting to think that I'm in the presence of something pathological. This is not normal. She told me these things with a straight face and could not apologize for lying yet again, nor showed any remorse. I can't be someone else's psychologist, but if she does indeed have some sort of disorder that triggered this, she needs help. Her support network is very small here and was damaged with all of this. I might need to move out and let her in our apartment so she has a place to stay, while she seeks professional help. I don't think she'll make it, mentally and emotionally, otherwise. She's agreed to a polygraph. If she does have some disorder, I've read that it won't produce good results. She's also suggested going to a hospital to do a test to check if she had intercourse. Also said, have them check if there's any semen in my underwear. Which was an odd way to put it. I think my only option to actually know the truth and make her come to her senses is 1. Meeting with her face to face, with her friend present. 2. Ask her to see her phone, if she wants our trust to rebuild. 3. Send a text to Kay pretending to be her saying that she's with me and that I'm saying I will denounce him to the company for sexual assault due to that first night, and she doesn't know what to do, and wait. This doesn't feel right though. It doesn't feel like me at all. I am truly convinced I will not be able to continue this relationship. But she's a human being I've cared for a lot in the past, who might need help, and I feel like my hands are tied. We can't get back together, yet she doesn't have anyone else here who can help her. The only option is for her to go back home. Update 6. Since my last update, we kept going back and forth. I tried pressing for more details. She kept denying, crying, saying that she's sorry, that she cheated, she lied, she was a piece of shit, she would do everything for us to be together again, she would beg. I went down 2 holes in my belt this last week. I guess I'll finally have a 6-pack. So I decided Monday was going to be self-care day. I went for lunch to a small village next to where I was staying, with no plans, and I was drawn to the scent of wood oven cooked bread and food and I went in and sat down. Then I went for a massage. Possible the most transformational massage I've ever had. The knot in my stomach was gone. My mind was a bit clearer. Then I went back to the hotel because she had sent me an email with detailed timelines earlier that day, and I hadn't read it yet. I sit down at the bar, get myself a virgin piña colada, no alcohol since this all started, I need my mind clear. I read the email. It detailed so many aspects and checkpoints of her day. Including who she took an Uber with, when she went to the bathroom, stuff like that. But the details on what mattered were the same. And somehow she didn't seem to remember at which point she called me, or when she told me she was going to sleep. All of this is easily confirmed. This is where it became excruciatingly clear. There's no coming back from this. I still tried, y'all. I sent her an email with all 3 versions of increasing admission of initiation/responsibility, nothing else, and she brushed it off as these are the things I remember, and I just remembered other details. I asked to meet her the next day, Tuesday, and her best friend should be there, both for support and as a witness. NC was hard. We kept talking. I kept asking why V would open the door for someone if there had been no talk, no signs, nothing. Asked if they hadn't talked in the morning. She told me V said K said she called me. She then told me V was hitting on him, sat on his lap at the sauna, and V might have thought it was for her. I eventually did something which I consider to have gone a little too far, but I was having anti-harassment training at work and it was so appropriate it seemed like the universe was laughing at me, or sending me a sign. I told her if K had actually gone into her bed uninvited and V opened the door for him, this was a case for sexual harassment/assault, and would have to be investigated. She backed off a bit with the begging and the apologies. Later my wife sent me a screen cap of a message she sent V saying I'm sorry to do this but I need your answer about something. V said she was unreachable at the moment. Then moments later my wife sends me another screen cap where V says I was shocked by your husband's call and you involving me into something I have no relation to at all. Please stop it. I genuinely cried when I saw this. There are more to come. Find out the update of this story, check our channel or the description. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.